Good morning. So I had a question yesterday about reheating or soaking pasta to make it healthier or to stop the glucose spike being so high. And again, I wanted to touch this because some of the things you see online are often extrapolated from people with diabetes. And this is a different population to do studies on compared to everyday population, say, without diabetes. And not to mention that some of these studies might be based on bed rest, hospital-based studies where, or interventions where, if someone's at bed rest and their glucose levels are all over the place and you can give them the same food without behavior change but have less of a glucose response, that's going to be a good thing, right? Like, so someone's bed rest, their glucose all over the place, and you go, you shouldn't have pasta, John. Like, it's not going to be good for you. And they're like, no, I want pasta. And if you could give them something that might help their glucose response not be so high, and then they need less insulin, etc., that could be a good thing. However, how meaningful is this in everyday life? Well, if you think about it, so pasta, starches, potato, etc., they have a glucose response when you eat them, and a healthy body will, from the pancreas, will secrete insulin, and insulin will bring the blood sugar level back down to normal, and you have those sugars stored in your muscles, cells, ready for movement. Now, and movement, energy, exercise, whatever. Now, if you were looking to potentially reduce a glucose spike in someone with diabetes, HbA1c, help blood sugar control, what you could do is add vegetables to the meal, add more fiber to the meal, add more protein to the meal, even fats to the meal. Beware of calories here. And then do you see where we're going down a rabbit hole here a little bit with glucose spikes at the expense of potentially going over on our calories now, which might not then be in tune with our actual fat loss goals in the first place. So just consider that as well. But if you add fats, protein, veggies to a meal, aka have a meal, this will reduce the glucose response, as will having a smaller portion of the carbohydrate in general. So given we eat meals, not foods, it's extrapolating this to everyday life, because if you add protein to the meal, that will reduce the glucose response. Now, there is some truth in this, in that, yeah, like if you have, like, if a potato goes cold and it's reheated, the glucose response is essentially lower in some populations. How significant, what this actually means to people who are just trying to lose weight, I wouldn't even worry about it. What I'd be more concerned with is how much you're eating of that carbohydrate, and can you add some vegetables and protein in with that meal? That would be my more of a concern, rather than soaking for 24 hours, only eating reheated pasta, potato. Like, think how much stress that's going to put on a lot of people's lives. And, like for me, we do have like leftovers roast dinner on a Sunday, then love it during the week, potatoes, etc. Reheat them. Yeah, I'm getting a lower glucose response maybe, but does it actually do anything? No, not for me. So I hope that helps, and I hope that helps you think a little bit differently again with it, and think critically with regards to some of this stuff out there. Is it going to do any harm? No. But if it means like, oh, so hard this stuff, I've got to soak my pasta for 24 hours, reheat it for it to be healthy, like, that's not something that we want to get into the habit of doing. So I hope that helps. Any questions, as always, do let me know. We have our 28-day Kickstart beginning next week. So if you want more information on that, it's now open. Just comment with Kickstart or send me a message, and I'll see you soon.